Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Jacob Boon, and this is the start of hopefully a beautiful adventure between myself, you guys, and whoever else wants to get involved. You know, this is just frank, open discussions and kind of venting and all sorts, all about parenthood. And look, let's be honest, there's no fucking tutorial to this shit. You know, you're just thrown in at the deep end. You think, yeah, it'll be all right. I mean, for a long time, I didn't think like I'd be ready to have kids. You know, you always think, oh, well, I'm not done growing up myself and things like that. But then, you know, you meet the right person, sometimes a perfect person like I have, and I'm very fortunate. And then just like that, you know, you before you know it, the day's there. You know, you're never really truly prepared, and off you go. I'll touch more upon that obviously as we go on, but a little bit about myself. So I'm Jacob Boon. I've got two beautiful kids. I've got an even more beautiful fiance. We've been engaged now for 4 years. We will tie the knot one day. You know, financially, obviously, weddings aren't cheap, as anybody that's got married would obviously know. So yeah, there will come a time where I make an honest woman of her, but yeah, she's luckily she's very patient, so we will get there. That's a promise, and it's now there out in the big wide world as well, so people can hold me to that, and you know, it's there for all to see. So yeah, we my oldest he's 4, is Travis, and then we've got the youngest who's now 7 months, and that's Harrison. And the reason I thought it'd be good to start something like this is, I mean, I could be wrong. I've not done any research whatsoever, and I very much doubt I'm the only father to have done this, but I thought it'd be good to have a father's perspective on what it's like raising two boys and the issues and the struggles that we go through. But not only that, also the good times and the very rewarding shit that we have that goes on too, you know. Like, obviously it's not all doom and gloom, you know. You have your good days. Mostly you have good days, and then you have bad days and bad moments, and you think, this is so fucking difficult, you know. And you'll notice as these videos go on, there'll be a lot of gaming references. What I would say is there is no sliding scale of difficulty, you know. Parenthood is parenthood. There's no cheat codes. There's no reset button or, you know, something like that. It's not something you can quick save and go back to and, you know, redo moments. You are literally living in the moment, and things can often go wrong. Things can go right. But the scary thing is a lot of the things that we do shape, obviously, our boys. Now, one of the biggest things for me is Travis is his manners are impeccable, especially, well, in my opinion, they're impeccable. I think he's done really well, and that's something that I had pushed on me growing up, you know, from all of my positive role models, that, you know, you need to be polite. Manners cost nothing. They get you everywhere. So that's always been a really big thing for me, that I wanted my kids to be, you know. Obviously Harrison can't talk yet, but, you know, I really just want, if it's a big battle, you know, you meet people and you just think, and I've met a lot of people like this, you think, fuck man, you're so rude. Like, why are you so fucking rude? I just don't understand it. So yeah, like, that's something I've really, really drilled in. For me, it's very rewarding then when silly things, like he just says thank you off his own back, you know. You don't need to prompt him. He's like, yep, thank you. Just little things, you know. Little things go like a really long way like that, you know. And that's the thing with parenting as well. I've always said to people, like, it's so difficult, but it is the most rewarding thing I've ever done, you know. Like, nothing gives you that sense of achievement, and that goes upon like all the games I've played. Like, I put hours into games like World of Warcraft, Heroes of the Storm, Fallout, you know, FIFA, which is now FC, and all these games that I've played, you don't get a sense of achievement like you do when you see your baby roll over for the first time, or, like I said, manners, you know. Like, prime example, Travis has just got his first invite to a birthday party. Like, things like that, you know. It's just like, wow, like, he's clearly doing something right in life, you know. He goes to nursery. Clearly he must get on very well with the kids that are there. Otherwise, you wouldn't get invites. You know, kids wouldn't want to socialise with other kids that are not nice. You learn that very early on. You know what you like and you know what you don't like. And Travis certainly is like that. He knows exactly what he likes, and he'll pretty damn sure tell you that he doesn't like something. That is a fact. So yeah, like, I don't want to go rambling too deep into certain topics, because that's what I aim this channel to be at. Obviously it's entitled Raising Boons because we are all Boons, and that's my surname. Kirsty will soon be a Boon. At the moment she's soon to be a Boon, and she reminds me of that most days. But yeah, that'll come, and then we are just all one big Boon family, you know, and we're doing everything we can to give our kids everything they want, need and deserve, you know, but also trying to draw that fine line where they're not spoilt. And that's hard. That is very hard to do, you know, because you love your kids and you just want to shower them with everything, you know, and it's hard to then not make them not appreciate what they're getting because they're getting things. So yeah, that's another topic, you know. So there's going to be all sorts of things I want to touch upon, lots of different topics, lots of different things. And if anything as well, it would be nice to get comments and things and feedback, because look, if I can learn something from this, because like I said, there's no tutorial, there's no guide, you know, there's no first level. You just get thrown in at the deep end and you pick up shit as you go. You literally roll with the punches 9 times out of 10. A lot of it's off the cuff. It's completely improvised. And don't get me wrong, you know, you've got good ideas of things, like I said, from role models and stuff like that, but there's some things you just don't understand and don't know how to deal with it. So if you guys can throw information at me, that's going to help me. That could make me a better dad. Well, I'm a pretty fucking good dad. That can make me a good dad or an even better dad. Fantastic. I love that. So yeah, and again, maybe something that I'll mention in these videos will then go on to help other people, and that to me is wicked. I've always enjoyed sharing knowledge, and it's part of my job, what I do. I'm a foreman, and I share a lot of my knowledge with younger people and want to see them progress and do well. And at the same time, being in this job and being in this role in particular that I've been in for the past, again, 4 years, I've learned so much from people. And that's something, again, that was told to me, like, you're never done learning. You know, you are never done learning. Anybody that tells you, yeah, I got this, I know it all. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. There is no way you know everything. The world is full of shit. Like, people have so much knowledge, sayings and all sorts that you've just never heard of, you know. And to be completely sheltered like that and just think, nah, I know it all, like, you are the one that's losing out. You've got to be open-minded. You've got to take in, be a sponge, yeah? Be a sponge, absorb all this knowledge, and then filter out all the shit, because you will find that people talk a lot of shit as well. So bring it in, take the good, let out the bad, and then you grow as a person, you know. So yeah, like I said, you can expect to touch upon what me, and my partner Kirsty will be in some of these videos too. We're going to try and touch upon all sorts of different bits and bobs. I think what I'll do, the first episode I'm going to touch upon the birth of both of my sons and the role that I played in that, and again the naivety that I went into it all in thinking that, you know, it's birth, you know, it's natural. People have been doing it for fucking thousands of years. That's why we're here today in the year 2025, nearly 2024. So yeah, like, from a male's perspective, I think a lot of people are very blind to it, and some females as well, you know, like comments like, oh yeah, it's, you know, it's just get a C-section. It's still major surgery. Somebody's cutting you open, which is insane to think about, rummaging about in your organs like it's some sort of washing up bowl where you're going to find a knife, fork and loads of like that horrible shit, you know, that you pour it away and it'll get stuck in a plug hole and you've got to pick it up and put it in the bin. It's shit like that, you know. But imagine that. Imagine putting your hands inside of another human being to then pull out a very tiny human being. Like, mental, like mind-blowingly insane. And some people talk about cesarean like it's nothing. Like, oh yeah, you know, it's just is what it is, isn't it? It either comes out naturally, which again doesn't seem very natural to me. I get the process is natural, but nothing should stretch that much, you know. And then of course the cesarean, which is major surgery, and yeah, half of your stomach's getting cut out and you know, cut open rather, and like I said, they're pulling out a tiny human. Mental when you think about it. Absolutely insane. So yeah, that's I think that's where I'm going to go. My first episode. This is like the introduction. I really hope you enjoy it. Please spread the word. I tried doing a podcast about Arsenal, and the hardest thing I found was getting it out there. Granted, it's football. People love football, but it's a very narrow topic. Not everybody in the world supports Arsenal when there's thousands of football teams. However, with parenting and kids and shit like that, there's so many kids, there's so many parents, with our parents are parents and their parents are parents, etc, etc. Please like, share and subscribe, guys. The more people I can help, the better. The more people that can help me and my family, fucking even better. Okay, thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Ta-da.